Hey everybody. So I have one of my alpaca that has a bit of mite resistance going on. I've been dealing with this really ever since we've gotten him. He was a really great show alpaca. He won a lot of awards, but unfortunately, they noticed when he went to his last show that he started to have some skin breakdown because of mites. He has been treated a number of times with topical treatments over the last year, but the mites keep returning, and the rest of my herd is fine. All alpacas will have mites, but it is whether or not the mite load goes over a certain threshold where the alpaca actually becomes symptomatic and it starts to become a problem. And this is my guy right here, Skyrocket. He's the one that has a little bit of mite resistance. So what I'm noticing on him, come here, sweet boy. So primarily on his hind legs there, his hind legs are just starting to look a little bit dingy. So when I go ahead and take a closer look, that's when I start to see some what looks like very dry and scaly skin. He has some skin that's been sloughing off on his legs. A lot of times you'll be able to see some symptoms of mites between their toes. And also on his tail, he actually lost a portion of his tail, as in it fell off. We don't really know what the heck happened. Even some very experienced alpaca folks, this was the first time they had ever seen this. For some reason, whether it was an injury or, if he just had some necrotic wound, we're not really sure. And so I'm seeing that he has what looks to be some sort of mite action happening on his tail area. So I'm going to go ahead and treat him. I am working with my vet. She's great. She's got some really good experience working with alpaca. A lot of vets don't. A lot of large animal vets don't have experience working with alpaca. So it is actually relatively difficult to find a vet who understands this animal and how to treat them. So I am very fortunate that I have a vet who's been working with alpaca for quite a while now. And so what we're going to try with him is I'm going to treat him with bravecto, which is for dogs. And my vet has had good experience with alpaca that have shown mite resistance, using 2 packages of the bravecto on them, dotting their legs, and then I'm going to dot his tail area, and I'll put a couple of dots, along his back and also just up by his neck and chest. And we're just going to see if we can sort of break this cycle of mite resistance to make him a bit more comfortable. He's not losing weight right now, but he is a little bit lighter than the other alpacas, and I do think that this is because of the stress that some of the mites are putting on him. I pay very close attention to my animals on my farm. I'm always checking them. I always have my eyes on them, and I'm trying to catch these problems before they get bad. Again, I acquired this alpaca because the woman who owned him really wanted him to go to a home where he would be cared for, and with somebody who was knowledgeable enough to be able to provide specialized care for him. So he came to live at our farm, and I am more than happy to be able to work with him. My buddy, I know you're gonna get treated. We're gonna make you feel real good. We're gonna get rid of him. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I'll try to give you a little insight here into how I catch these little guys. They can be tricky to catch, but there are some tactics I use. So what I'm going to try to do is just get him into a corner so that I can more easily catch him. I got you. I got you, buddy. Oh. And I'm just going to gently grab his neck. I'm going to put my arm around his neck. Not squeezing too tight, but we've got him in the alpaca lock. It's just a little headlock, and they just chill right out. Once you got him, you got him. I have an alpaca halter here. I'm going to put it on him. So when you put the halters on the alpaca, you do need to be careful. So he's gonna get into a cush position, meaning he's laying down on me. He knows that that I'm gonna do something to him. Good boy. So with the alpaca, they have cartilage, soft cartilage on the top ridge of their nose. So when you put the halter on, you want to make sure that the halter is as far back as possible, more on the bony ridge of the nose. You don't want to close off their airway because, you know, we want him to be able to continue to breathe. Come on, we're going to get your treatment. Come on. Oh boy. And he knows how to lead. We teach him to lead when they're babies. All right, see if I can get him here in the frame where you can kind of see what I'm doing. Oh, it's cold out. It's really chilly today. It's like -2 with the wind. It's not too windy though, which is nice because it's been really windy. When that snow hurricane came through the other day, that was kind of crazy. So this is the bravecto. Again, this is a treatment that is usually for dogs. I'm gonna go ahead and dab 2 tubes all over his body. I'm gonna make sure I get in the places where I'm seeing the mite symptom. All right, so we've got Skyrocket there. We're getting ready to put his bravecto on him, this mite treatment. So I wanna give you a look at his little tail here. His tail is a tiny, short little tail. Oh, buddy, it's okay, honey. I know it might be a little uncomfortable for him. I just want to get a picture of you. That's a good boy. Go ahead, lay down. So see, look at all that. That's likely caused from what I'm thinking is mites. It could be a fungus, but I've already treated him for a fungus, and I didn't see much relief happening there. He's also got what we call like some elephant skin on his legs. I know, babe. I know. Don't kick me. You can see it, and he's probably a little bit sore too. So let me set you up here, and I'm going to try to treat him. It's a lot easier if you have helpers. I'm usually working with my animals alone. It is what it is. You figure it out. You make choices the best choices that you can based on the research and the knowledge that you've obtained to be able to help your animals. In that treatment, and then I'm going to keep checking on him, and we'll see how it goes. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. Alpacas are great. There is some care that needs to be involved with them. The biggest threat to them is parasites, worms, mites, these kind of things. But if you can stay on top of it, it'll really help them out and help them be more comfortable. Oh, bud. You're a good boy.